Hello, my friends. I had a really good question today. I had someone inquiring about the Broom Witch Academy, and how to get started. And that question was, what type of investment do you need to start broom making? So I figured I should answer that. It's been something I've been meaning to do. So I said, I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to get it off of my plate. So here we go. What is the minimum you need to start broom making? And yes, I'm going to be kind of specific to the Broom Witch Academy and Broom Making Basics 1, the hand brooms, but it really applies very general to what you're going to need. So I figured where to start is my own basket that I have here at the farm. I have 2 areas that I make, multiple areas, but 2 houses, right? Like I have 2 houses. No, I live with my boyfriend at the farm, and I have the family home. And at the family home, I have a huge barn. And in that, I have taken over the office, which I call the broom closet because it's so small, and some of the barn itself with all my tools, all my supplies. We're here at the farm. I have a little corner in my office area in the living room. So I keep just a basket so that I'll bring back and forth some broom corn and my project. So this kind of gives you what's the bare minimum. Now I do right over there have the broom cottage, and that will be done by the end of the summer, funds pending. And then I will have a better workspace. But for now, we're going to be outside showing you the bare minimum you need to start broom making. You don't need this. That's just some scrappies. You don't need this. So this is in my basket. This is a plate holder. And what I use this plate holder for is to sort my broom corn. I got it at a thrift store. It is not a need. It's kind of nice. It just kind of holds these sections, but you can crisscross applesauce is what I go, right? You could have, here's a section, and then you make that square pattern and you build up like you're doing Lincoln logs. So not a need, but it's nice. Pick them up at the thrift store. Some broom makers actually sell specific to brooms, but it really just looks like this. All right, let's go. You're going to need something to put your twine on. I use these that I get in antique shops, but you can use something as basic as a stick. I should bring out the kit. You could just use a basic dowel, and we'll go more into the dowel in a moment. Oh no, it has fallen. I'm going down so not to get the poison ivy. Okay. But you could just use a rod, a stick, something where if you're taking my courses, I work from like the table and I don't always drop down to put your feet on. But if you're working from the ground and you're working with a foot brake, this can be used as a foot brake. A dowel, a stick can be used as a foot brake. You can take a wooden spoon that you have and use it if you really wanted to, okay? Like, not a huge investment in these. Oh, these are a new pair of scissors I bought because I like this shape. So a pair of scissors doesn't need to look like this. Doesn't have to look like these. I just like them for my hands. I get them at Ocean State of the Job Lot. Now I feel obligated to open them up. So a pair of scissors to cut your twine. You probably have some at home already. So not an investment unless you want one specifically to go in your box. Okay. I like clippers to clip the ends of stuff. So this is just garden clippers. You may or may not already have them. I'm looking for my broom knife that I have at the other house. You can use a knife. Some people I've seen use serrated knives. So yes, you need to cut something that's going to cut something that's about that much in diameter you're going to need. So this might be an investment. And I would say under 10 bucks, a nicer one, 15. So you've already had the scissors. So we're at $15 now for your investment, and I'm rounding up high. So that's just the bare minimum of tools. That's it you need for tools to start broom making. Now, that's just going to get you a hand broom that is not flat stitched. If you're doing flat stitching, you are going to need one of these, a clamp, to put your broom corn in and make it flat. I could open it up to show you. This is 2 pieces of wood that got holes drilled in them and a couple screws and nails. You can buy them. There's different broom makers that supply them. I have a fantasy that my son will make me some and then I can sell some, but they'll be really pretty with engraving. Right? So there you go, broom clamp. But wait, that can be investment. You might have some scraps around, or you can take 2 pieces of wood or 2 dowels, and then you can make yourself. Some elastics just went flying. So I'm going to say elastics would be your next investment. I find those to be very handy. Rubber bands for those of you who are not from my neck of the woods. But if I wanted to turn that into a flat hand brush, I just two pencils. So something that can we're free too at this point, unless you want to get more complicated. You are going to need twine. 18, so number 18 nylon twine. It's just the best. You might be like, but no, I want something more natural. Go ahead, try it. I will. You got to learn. I had to learn the hard way. This is what majority of broom makers are going to use, a number 18 twine. Comes in different colors. I suggest the classic black to start. And you're going to need broom corn. If your elbows get really awful after a while, and you're going to be making a lot of brooms, I suggest invest in this. This is an investment that I would invest in. I have a link somewhere for these. Oh, they're in my Amazon store. Okay, link will be in the bio. So all of this is unnecessary. These are just other things I have in here. An extra pair of scissors. If I wanted to make fancy handles, I got some faux leather. I got some wax twine for flat stitching. But again, you do not need it. You can flat stitch with your regular nylon. Apparently I have S hooks to hold them for later on for display. I got little fun charms. I'm going to show you everything in here. Needles. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Ooh, I do like a utility knife. So you can cut broom corn with a utility knife too. So if you don't have a fancy knife, most likely you do have some sort of small things amuse me. Okay, a little West Side Story going there. I got sunglasses because I don't know, maybe I need them when I make brooms. I just got a lot of twine in here. I got a hot mess. Oh, I got a toilet paper roller. Sometimes when I roll like from the inside of your toilet paper or paper towel, sometimes I was like, how big do I really, if I want to be uniformed, I'll do something like this. I'm like, okay, I need enough broom corn. And then I make a line, and then I can just keep on using that. I don't usually want to be uniformed. I usually just grip it. So to recap, bare minimum, you're going to need scissors. You're going to need something to hold your twine. You're probably not going to need a clamp. You're going to need twine, and you're going to need something to cut your ends. You could use that. But you probably could use a kitchen knife, okay? Not a big investment. Twine can go anywhere between, I would like to say $5, but sometimes it's a bit more. I've never paid more than $10 for a roll of twine. And that, I'm just rounding up, being high, maybe shipping and handling. Okay. Are you going to need broom corn? Put it on this back. And if you can't see, you're going to need glasses. Okay. So that's the type of investment we're looking at on it. Again, extra. So scissors, you already have them. Elastic, rubber bands, you probably already have them. Something big to cut, that might be your investment. And then the broom corn. So I sell a kit, and this is, yes, it's to promote my kit, but my kit is tailored for broom making basics, the hand broom. But it does not necessarily mean this is what you need. Even I tell people who are taking my course, you can source what you have where you want to. This is not a requirement. But I just wanted to give you a ballpark. So my kit at this point in life is $35. What it has is a roll of broom corn. A roll of broom corn has a roll of the black twine. To roll your twine on, it has a dowel. It also, because in the bonuses, I do a flat stitch. So I have a 4-inch, ow, don't hurt yourself, Jennifer. I have a 4-inch needle. It's an upholstery needle. So if a hand broom, 4 inches is fine. I would do 6 or more if I'm doing a large, like, kitchen sweeper. Okay. So down that. And then it comes with a pound a broom corn. Now, if you are an Academy member, I'm not going to lie, you might get something a little extra because you're an Academy member. But a pound of broom corn. So the bare minimum, my course, the hand brooms, all 5 of the basic brooms you can make from this, from a pound of broom corn. So again, whole kit for me, $35 plus the shipping and handling. And really, I've seen 1 pound anywhere from like $15 to $20 depending on where you're getting it from. If you're not getting it bulk lessens it up. If you're looking for different suppliers and things, I do have a PDF. If you want that, I'll make sure I link it or how to get it in the comments. So check that out. But it's the same PDF that I use for my courses. So people can source things everywhere. You don't necessarily need to source it with me. But yeah, actually, for my course, just a half a pound is going to get you 5 hand brooms, believe it or not. You have to be in the course to actually believe it. And this is just kind of more bonus. So that's the minimum you're going to need to make a hand broom. I've never seen it sold less than a pound. So you're going to want to get a pound. You're going to want to get some twine, a dowel, a stick, a needle only if you're flat stitching. So I hope I let you know everything you need to start broom making, or with the least amount of, I don't want to say effort, that's not what I'm looking for, the least amount of money spent, be it you're taking my class or not taking my class. All right, have questions, put them in the comments. I will get to them. If you're watching this on Facebook, please subscribe. It helps a girl out. And it also lets them know you like broom making stuff, particularly stuff from Brooms by Jenza or the Broom Witch Academy. Check out the links and let me know if you have any questions.